Hello friends, welcome to our channel Buddhist Inspired. We have brought a video related to Gautam Buddha for you, so let's start. It is said in the Mahabharata that Bhishma Pitama had the boon of death at will, that is, unless he himself called for death, death could not even come near him. Similarly, many stories are popular about Amrita. Mahatma Buddha was going for almsgiving with his disciples. On the way, the disciples pointed towards a plant and asked Bhante, "What is the age of this plant?" Buddha said that this is an immortal bull, its age is endless. Then one disciple uprooted the bull from its roots and said to Buddha, "Gurudev, I uprooted it and destroyed it in a single moment." Buddha smiled and moved ahead silently. Months later, when he returned from the same path after spending Shturmas, everyone saw the plant green again. The disciple who uprooted the bull asked, "Gurudev, how did you come to know about the immortality of this plant?" Buddha replied, "That I knew about the infinite poison of this tiny plant. This is the first condition of life, and Amrita, in which this feeling is present, it can make the life long." One day, an educated young man came to Buddha and bowed to him and asked him his question, "Guruji, you talk about God. Have you seen God that you can say so much on this subject with authority?" Buddha did not say anything and lovingly patted his head. The young man understood that Buddha did not have an answer to his question. Then he said, "Come, let us roam around in the garden for some time." There were fragrant flowers of rose and tuberose in the garden. The young man said, "Guruji, the whole atmosphere is filled with the fragrance of these flowers." Buddha said, "Son, you are right. But tell me one thing, can you see this fragrance?" The young man said, "No fragrance is felt." Then Buddha said, "This is the answer to your question. Whenever your body gets hurt somewhere, then there is pain. Can you see this pain?" The young man said, "No, it is felt." Finally resolving the young man's question, Buddha said, "Same thing happens with soul. And God also, soul gets the vision of God through experience and not through physical eyes." Now the young man was completely satisfied. He went away thanking Buddha. God always happens at the level of experience, and this happens only when the mind has attained perfection, detachment, and possibility. Mahatma Buddha lived in his hut at the end of the riverbank. He had planted lush green trees around the hut. The chirping of birds used to resonate in the morning and evening. This sweet proximity of nature always kept Mahatma Buddha happy. Birds and trees had become his family. One day, Mahatma Buddha had just woken up in the morning and he saw a Seth standing at the door. Seeing him worried, Mahatma Buddha asked him about his problem. Seth said, "Maharaj, I have a huge wealth, a full family, and I don't even have a bed. Still, I can't sleep. I keep turning from side to side throughout the night." Mahatma Buddha lovingly stroked Seth's head and said, "Seth, you may have everything, but you don't have what is necessary for sleep." Seth asked, "What is that?" Maharaj Mahatma Buddha said, "You are surrounded by worries everywhere. Worries about wealth, property, business, people, family people. Worries about choice are enmity in choice." When Seth asked him the way to avoid this, he said, "You should learn from nature. Its infinite wealth in the form of trees, plants, flowers, water, and light is all around. And it is scattered, but it is worry-free. It keeps returning its wealth to the whole world with both hands. If you take inspiration from it and make your life similar to it, then you will not only get sleep, but also feel immense peace." I understood the essence of Mahatma Buddha's words in my stomach and started walking on the path of public welfare. Wealth and knowledge are increasing by giving. Therefore, along with their accumulation, the death of their donation should also be kept. Gautam Buddha was the embodiment of truth, nonviolence, and tolerance. He used to go around preaching these virtues and urged people to adopt them. One day, he reached a village where there were some ignorant people who were against Buddha. They started abusing Buddha. Seeing this, Buddha's disciples felt very bad. They urged Buddha to oppose this. Buddha explained to them that these people are only abusing. Even if they were throwing stones, I would have said, "Let them do it. I know that they want to say something but are unable to say it due to anger. 10 years ago, if these people had abused me, I would have also abused them. But now I have got freedom from transactions." Abusive words come out of anger. Here, the building of anger has collapsed long ago. The people who were abusing were surprised to hear Buddha's thoughts. Buddha further asked his disciples to tell these people what had happened in the previous village. The disciples told that the people there had brought fruits and sweets, and you returned the things, saying that now the one who will take them has left. If you had come 10 years ago, I would have given you all these gifts. Buddha said those people distributed sweets in the village, but you should not distribute these abusive words in the village. You cannot make me angry, just like that peg on which no one is hung, but people definitely hang clothes on it. The essence of the story is that the feeling of being a witness is the identity of a true saint. Only he who gets free from the narrow feelings of good and bad, profit and loss, mine and yours, attains the status of a saint. If Gautam Buddha's followers called him somewhere with love, he would definitely go. Then when Buddha would reach there, a huge crowd of listeners would gather. Everyone loved to drink the nectar of Buddha's words. There was definitely something in his teachings that would solve serious problems and also help in achieving something meaningful. The essence is that, wherever we are, we should play our role honestly. This is true spirituality because every religion gives utmost importance to action. Gautam Buddha's beloved disciple Purna reached there. Buddha was sitting in a meditative state. When Purna reached there, he opened the door a little and asked Purna the reason for his visit. He said, "I want to go to preach a religion. I need your permission." Buddha smiled and said, "The path of Purna's religion is very difficult. You will go to tell people good things and people will get angry at you. It is possible that they may also abuse you." To this, Purna said, "It is okay. I will not pay attention to what he says, thinking that he may abuse you, but not beat you." Buddha said, "It is possible that some people may raise their hands. Then I will forgive them, thinking that they may have abused me." Buddha then said, "O Purna, it is possible that some people may use weapons on you." Purna replied, "Then I will not have any feeling of retaliation towards them, thinking that they hit me but did not kill me, left me alive." Buddha then said, "And if they take your life?" Then Purna immediately bowed his head and said, "Then I will be grateful to them that they helped me to sacrifice my life on the path of religion. I will continue to be grateful to them." Then Buddha opened his eyes and gave permission by blessing, and said to Purna, "Now you are eligible to preach religion. The one who does not see any fault in anyone is the true one. It is very difficult to walk on the path of goodness. The one who walks on this path faces many obstacles." A king had made his kingdom prosperous with his efforts. The people in the kingdom were very happy because he worked keeping in mind the interests of every class. When the king grew old, he started worrying about a capable successor because he felt that without a capable successor, the order would turn into chaos, and the problems of the people would increase. Although the king had a son, he was very lazy. He considered himself the master and everyone else his slaves. This arrogance was always reflected in his behavior. The king left him at Buddha's ashram with the aim of reforming him. The very next day, Buddha ordered the prince that there is a forest 5 miles from here. You go there and bring some flower plants and plant them in the courtyard of the ashram. On hearing this, the prince got very angry because he had only learned to give orders. Because his father had asked Buddha to obey, he went to the forest reluctantly and planted flower plants in the ashram. The prince watered them and took care of them day and night to protect them from animals. In a few months, the entire ashram bloomed with various kinds of beautiful flowers. The prince was very happy to reap the fruits of his hard work. Buddha gave him a gift. While applauding him, he explained that remember, the one who sleeps, his destiny also sleeps, and the one who walks, his destiny always walks with him. Now the prince had become a commentator. The king had found his worthy successor. Work is the key to success. Hence, one should always be active. A poor farmer was a great devotee of Gautam Buddha. One day he came to Buddha and requested him to come to his village. When Buddha reached his village, the whole village gathered to see and hear him, but the farmer did not come. It so happened that on that day, the farmer's pair of bulls got lost somewhere. The farmer was in a dilemma whether to listen to Buddha's sermon or search for his bulls. After thinking a lot, he decided to search for his bulls. After wandering for hours, he found the bulls. The tired farmer came home, ate, and slept. The next day he went to Buddha with great hesitation and asked for forgiveness. Then he said with great affection, "In my view, this farmer is my true follower. He gave more importance to work than preaching. If he had listened to preaching yesterday while searching for the bulls, he would not have understood my words because his mind would have been stuck on the bulls. Therefore, by giving importance to work, he did a commendable job." The essence is that wherever we are in whatever role, we should perform it with honesty. This is true spirituality because every religion gives utmost importance to work. Thank you so much for watching the video. Till end, if you love this video, then please subscribe to our channel Buddhist. Inspired, we will produce video like this more for you all. I hope you like this video and don't forget to like this video and comment your favorite part in the comment box.